What's up, guys? Welcome to Celebrity Boxing Uncut. I'm Damon Feldman, the 16-minute man, celebrity boxing promoter. My co-host tonight, Ryan, has some technical difficulties, but we're thinking of you, Ryan. Ryan from the radio, Ryan on the radio, the man. But it's all right because I got some couple other guest hosts tonight. Ray Schaefer's in the house.
Ray Schaefer.
That's the godfather of celebrity boxing, and my man, the one and only. He has unbelievable song, Swing for the Fences. Supreme the Resurrector. He's in the house.
What's up, people?
And we have a great show. It's going to be, so each week we're going to talk about craziness, a little bit behind the scenes. You can ask questions. You can write in the questions, what you want to hear. And this week is going to be about celebrities and the court cases I went to on TV with them, court shows, the court where I had to stretch to find them so I can get repaid. And some worked, some didn't. But the TV court ones always work, but I never not got something out of it. Let's just say that. And today's cases will be Octomom, Michael Lohan, Taylor Made from I Love New York. He won that TV show. Jose Canseco, the Bagel Guy, and Farrah Abraham. These are people that I've went to court with. And before we get started, so let that sink in your mind. I want you guys to think about so you can ask some questions about me with them and the craziness behind these. I'm going to do a shout out to my man Jeremy Watson, Virginia Watson. He's a boxing promoter, great guy. We're going to be doing some business together. Also, I want to thank Dave Martino, Dr. Joe Snyder, and PJ Dolan for stepping up, man. Thank you so much. For next week, we kick off our tour, the Never Quit, Never Surrender tour for kids. And it's going to be a football camp. You're going to be out there with Hollis Thomas, former Philadelphia Eagles star. Gary G. Cobb's going to be there. Supreme, you coming out?
Sure.
Supreme's coming. Ray's coming. We're all going to be there. And it's all about inspiring the kids and helping them out. You know what I mean? And it's tough situations. They're not going to school this year. They're not going to sports. So we're going to be offering boxing camps. Terrible Tim Witherspoon, two-time world heavyweight champ, is going to be getting on board too. But the football camps is really cool this Saturday at the Corwall Park in Springfield, Pennsylvania. So, guys, tonight, basically, I'm always on TMZ, Howard Stern show, craziness. Everybody wants to know, like, behind the scenes. You've been through some crazy stuff in your fight you did. But
I should have took you to court.
You might have won that one, huh? If you did it, you might have won. But the truth is, that jackass pulled out, man.
Yeah.
What a stiff he is.
Yeah.
And on this show, just so you know, I curse a little bit and I tell it how it is. And
yeah, I've been watching.
If you don't like it, don't fucking tune in.
You're my ride home.
Yeah.
After I finish my joint, I ride home listening to you.
Well, actually, it's weird how things are very spontaneous because now you're going to be taking me up to see James Buster Douglas this Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm going to go.
And Ray's coming to Columbus, Ohio to sign him and get this deal done we're working on. So real excited. So, I've had all kinds of crazy personalities, people fight for me. One of the craziest was Octomom because she was like the biggest media target, crazy wild woman, some crazy stuff behind closed doors, which we'll get into another time. But she was a built woman, dude, and her body was like banging. You know what I mean? And so we got into this. She did a couple fights for us, fought Amy Fisher. So I came up with this idea because celebrity boxing, we're taking a break. It's called the Female Pillow Fighting Championship. So we tried the celebrity one where she took on some girl, Lisa, from Delaware County. So we came up with this crazy idea. So at that time, I was all about publicity stunts, trying to blow the product up. So me and her decided she wanted to get engaged. So I was like, and I said that was pretty interesting because she wanted to use it for her thing. I was going to use it for mine. So I was like, the day before, I was like, damn, how am I going to get a ring? I was like, too last minute. So I used an engagement ring. It was like a 2-carat diamond. $7,500. I think it was really 10 grand, but so I ended up using that for her. I put it on her finger, and the media went crazy that I got engaged, and she got engaged, and I got engaged to her. And the bottom line of it all was, so she was supposed to send the ring back because it was a publicity stunt. And 2 weeks went by, I still didn't get the ring. 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I'm like, what the f-? And she wouldn't return the call, so I had to sue her. I ended up having to sue her, and then we went to court. She didn't show up, but then she finally sent it back. She said she had a lot of problems with her situation out there in Los Angeles, so I just said
she was trying to pawn it.
I don't know, man. I don't think she was trying to do that, but or maybe she really wanted to stay engaged.
I bet she probably wanted to marry you.
Man, I'm not taking care of
that was
14 kids.
That was 14.
14 kids, man. 14 kids.
Just 14 kids. Wow.
14 kids. And listen,
you would have had the new show. That'd have been a reality show, Celebrity Boxing.
Yeah, you would have been.
And 14 of us.
So if I would have actually married her, we probably would have had our own show. What would that show have been called?
Damn.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my son and daughter, I don't know. It'd be crazy.
Man, that's too much.
But Octomom was just really crazy. You guys have any questions about it? What went through? She was 4-0 in celebrity boxing.
Yeah, I wanted to know, I know she was, her big thing was the TV show and having all those kids.
Yeah.
And she probably wanted to hold you as hostage for you to be a baby daddy.
It was funny. And we spent a lot of time together. Massachusetts, LA, South Florida. And she was cool though. Listen, we had some fun together. Let's just say that.
All right. She's sexy there.
But let me tell you, she was built. She's sexy. She was just cool at first, and I don't know, but having that many kids, you always question what's going on. But she took care of herself, and it was really interesting, Octomom. But
was that on was this case on regular? Was this a regular court case?
Yeah. This was
Pennsylvania or a known judge show.
So this was This was just a regular case, non-TV. Usually I end up on TV. So the reason I end up going on TV court is because if this, I don't have to, if TMZ hears about it or media, Howard Stern, they put it out there, all of a sudden the court TV calls me and says, you want to settle on there because it's good as for ratings on there.
Right.
And for me, it's good because it's the only way I'm going to get my money back because the TV show pays it if I win. And so far right now, I'm 6-0 in celebrity court cases. So that actually made me want to do my own TV court show, which I can't talk about right now, but I'm in the works with, everything's signed and it's going to be amazing. But from there, so what's up?
No, so I was going to ask, so when you go into these, so it's very heavy to think of going to court with somebody who's a celebrity figure in the public. You know that they probably have people behind them. They've got to have a certain amount of money to be able to throw against a court case with you. Do you go into these with any negative thoughts, or do you look at them as slam dunks because with every court case you've had, you know that you're winning it? Do you go in there because you said you're 6-0 in terms of you've won every one, correct?
Yeah, it's not many, over 80 fights, and you always get some goofy people, but I know I'm going to win it because, and they know. Guess why they don't show up? But because we're putting the fights on. Maybe they get cold feet. They get in this case, Octomom was just stupidity, probably on my part more.
Yeah.
But with the other ones, it was they take the money in advance. And then they think they could just go. We don't do that anymore. Pay people in advance. We learned from that. Definitely big. And but I know I'm going to win it, or I'm not going to go on because then there's no sense of me even getting involved in the court case. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And but so one was really bizarre. I got to say, Taylor Made. He's the guy who won I Love New York TV show.
Was that the one with Judge Alex?
That was Judge Pirro. I was on her show, Judge Pirro. So let's get to the TV show. I was on Judge Pirro's show.
Right.
And it was I went on her show, and Taylor Made took me because the guy, he's a cool guy now.
He sued you.
Yeah, we're cool now, but he brings me on the case. He said, they asked me if I wanted to settle a case. I say, fucking right. I'm going to get my money or something back. But he took me to care on this one, and he said that I owed him. But I was like, dude, "Oh, you for what? You showed up at the end of the fight." He actually got beat up outside the venue. Then he came to the place and lost inside the, never even showed up for the fight. Basically, showed up at the end. We're actually good friends now. I like the guy. I love the guy. George, good guy. But it was a crazy situation, and it was a slam dunk. Judge Pirro destroyed him on TV, and basically it was a good win. And, but then there was like crazy one. What, you have something to say? Did you meet that? Good. What's up?
Now, when you win the court case, who actually pays the money out back to you?
Well, it all depends. Like, so that's why I go on TV court a lot, is because the media pushes it, and the court shows want me on because it's going to be ratings for them. They know the media is going to cover them, Howard Stern's going to come, whatever. So, yeah, for the TV court show is when it's on the TV show pays. When it's regularly, I'll be chasing them forever. Just like the situation of Farrah Abraham, right? She's the girl who was on Teen Mom. What a disgrace. You know what I mean? Like, she hustled us, the sponsors, and it was a hyped up event.
Yeah.
But then I think someone got in her ear, and she got really nervous when she saw hoops really hit the pads. And she said,
really
she says a whole new world. Yeah. And it was just like
my situation.
Yeah. Well, I don't even want to. Your situation.
No, I was just saying, like, I was really training. So,
yeah.
They said, I forgot who said, James said he would walk past Hoop's door, and she was just watching Mike Tyson.
Oh, yeah,
knockout.
yeah.
Just really focused. She was gonna kill that girl.
Oh, yeah. The truth is, the other girl was training with good people. She had great athleticism.
This guy's scared.
I thought it would be interesting because remember, like, Hoops is cool, but she never been hit, so we don't know when these people get hit. Everybody's great until they get hit, so you don't know. But yeah, it was a disgrace, and I had to go sue her. Then she tried to switch up, like she was counter-suing me, and it ended up going to Delaware County, and then it didn't go anywhere.
I always wondered why you didn't go that case on television.
You know what?
Because she looked like she's a publicity whore.
Exactly.
And you like it, and I figured y'all both would benefit, and you would get your money.
Well, that was definitely going to be it. You know what I mean? Like, doing the show.
Right.
I thought that would have ended up on TV,
on the
but
three-person judge.
At least I would have made some money on that. What's up, right?
Exactly.
Now, when you go on these court shows, whatever, do both parties have to agree to go on there, or
that's a good point. Yes, you have to. Both have to agree to go on, and usually I go on for money. The other person goes on because they want the exposure, and they don't. It's nothing any really crazy negative exposure, but it's a little wild. Just like, like for instance, like when I had a case with Jose Canseco. That was one of my other cases. Like, so I was all hyped up. I go to Florida.
That was a TV also.
That was non-TV,
okay.
But it was so publicized, dude. When I say everybody covers every sports media in the country, and we know Jose got doing it. We're still cool, but I get there and his twin Ozzy shows up, and this photographer comes to me. He's like, "That's Ozzy, man. That's not Jose." I said, "Dude, get the fuck out of my face!" Like, this guy was I thought he was trying to break my balls. I was like, "Dude, I'm so focused. You know how I get with the fights. I don't play around." And this guy was like. I thought he was fucking me, dude. I was so pissed off, man. I almost punched the guy, and then it ended up being Ozzy, dude. I flipped out on Ozzy, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna knock your fucking. And everybody, you know how I get.
How did you tell the difference between the tattoos?
So I didn't. Yeah, the tattoos. The photographer's like, dude, that's not Jose. Wow. Jose has tats. Ozzy doesn't, and Ozzy didn't have tattoos. And I was like, damn, man, this is my Florida debut. This comes in. Everybody's hyped up. Billy Patton was the opponent for Jose Canseco, cool dude, and everybody was there. Like, we had some cool. We actually had Tiger Woods' mistress on that card. She even showed up, and it was just wild. But it was in the Hard Rock in South Florida, dude. It was unbelievable. Everybody was pumped up and hyped up about celebrity boxing, and I get there, and it's not Jose Canseco. So, and then Jose was just coming off Donald Trump's Celebrity Apprentice show,
right?
And they loved each other, Trump and Canseco, and it blew him up at the time. You know what I mean? But then he was just not. I don't know. He wasn't thinking right. I guess he thought he was bigger than ever because of the show, and he didn't want to do the fight. And he was paid in advance at that time. That's why I'm really never paying anybody in advance again.
Something like that, where it's a different person, whatever, and you don't know it. Could that come back on you? I mean,
I can't come back. It would have came back on me if I would have done that fight.
if you would have did the
We
fight.
did the matches, but we didn't like do that fight because I didn't act like it was Jose. Do you understand what
Yeah.
I mean?
You nipped
When
it
I
in the
knew it
bud.
was Ozzy, I canceled the fucking fight.
But what I'm saying is, you're advertising this person's going to fight this person.
Yeah.
And
Well, it can't
are-
come back that
but-
way.
But people are paying to see that, so you got people coming there to
Right.
put tickets. How does that affect you anyway? In
Well,
any way?
no, that in that situation, we actually reimbursed some people.
Yeah, they
Whoever
reimbursed
won it, we said, "Do you want to reimburse me?" Don't. Or we actually said, "Our next fight in Florida, we'll give you some tickets." And we didn't have any problems
No
with
problem,
that.
yeah.
We had a great crowd too, like 800 people, probably 200 stayed. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it was still cool, man. It was just like it was just so bizarre,
Was he
man.
the headliner?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Jose
mean-
Canseco. So it was like down there, he's a legend. You know,
Right.
They love him in Florida, and South Florida's like my second home now. But it was just crazy. Even like an Octomom fought there. It was amazing.
Right.
You know?
I can't imagine what you went through seeing that. You're there.
Oh,
boss.
dude, I
mean, how mad you must
now
have.
he saw me lose it a couple times. I think I lost it, dude.
I guess you
Get the
fucking-
fuck away from me!
dude. Do you ever see
Don't
me like
hold
that?
me right now. Back the fuck up.
Supreme. You know, me and you always be cool. Do you ever see me lose it though?
I see you losing at AC though.
But something like
Yeah,
that,
dude. I
Somebody
fucking
got
lose
to.
it.
Somebody got to.
you had to
Somebody
be-
got to push you there.
you had to be under control not to lose it for that.
Oh, dude, I do lose it sometimes.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love what I
Well,
do.
No, the
Yeah.
funny thing is before the fight, where you could possibly lose because people get on your nerves,
Oh.
and they, like I'll stay out your way.
Oh, you saw when I lost at the bagel guys.
right? But I seen. But if you so focused and you still want to push your button, it's like
Yeah.
you get what you get at that
Yeah.
point. It's like,
Nah,
look, if
for
I blow
sure,
up on
man.
you, so did you got mad at Ozzy? I'm sure y'all was getting ready. You probably wanted to take his head off a little
Yeah, but
bit.
he knew I was a fighter, I think, but he didn't want it. He wasn't trying to fight me.
But in
believe me.
court, did Jose show up for court?
So Jose knows we had to do it in Philadelphia. Jose never showed up, so I won on a
One automatically.
won automatically. Same thing with the Favre Abraham one, and yeah.
When all this was going on, what was his explanation? Would he say why they did it? I mean, what was they got? You got it. They had to have balls
Jose
to do
tried
that.
to. Jose said something about he had this other reality show going on, so it was just it was timing,
Conflict
and
of
he didn't
interest.
want to piss anything off. But we ended up making up, and he ended up fighting again for me in Los Angeles.
Did you get your money?
Not that, but so we ended up working it out with
Okay.
another fight. So
All right.
luckily that, but
Like a trade off.
but that comes up to like for sure, man. Then it comes up to like fucking Michael Lohan, right?
So
So
was that on that Judge Alex? Which one was you on?
Judge Alex was
Yeah.
on Michael Lohan.
Yeah,
that
I
was a
about to say, I remember
publicizing that.
seeing you. I was
So
like,
this
look at that.
moron comes to me. We're in Florida. He's 3-0 in celebrity boxing. He cancels out on the fight. So I understood this. He said he was sick, all this. We didn't go too far with that, but he ends up a few months later. We're doing Los Angeles, my big Hollywood debut, right? Return, and with Alki David, I was doing it, and all of a sudden he takes the money in advance, all this, and he ends up gets arrested because he had a PFA against him from his girl. And I'm sitting home with my son, and I'm watching. All of a sudden, CNN comes on and it says, and Lindsay Lohan's dad was arrested today, running off out through an ex-girlfriend's apartment window. Dude, I lost it. I was like, this fucking cocksucker. I just totally fucking lost it. I was like, enough is enough, dude. You took
Right.
5,000 before, 5,000 now. I said, fuck it, it's over. I said, I'm suing them. So I started suing them, and TMZ ran something, and then that's when Judge Alex Show contacted us. I was like, yeah, let's just do it, because I know I was going to get the money. I won the show, won it. Then he lost it,
Oh yeah, he
With the
snapped.
jackass
He
he
snapped that on court. That's why another thing I noticed on the bagel court case.
Yeah.
You like to argue with the judges.
The judges.
That was funny.
That lady
Like,
was.
do they really get on your nerves? Or you're not being able to get your point across at the time, piss you off?
Well, court TV is like a reality show in court. It's like the WWE version of court.
Right.
What I have going on, my new court show, which I was going to be fucking incredible, great people involved. That's like the WWE court. But the lady was looking at me, and I'm a savvy dude. You know, I've been on TV. Not being arrogant, but this lady is looking at me like every time I'm supposed to say something, she like interrupts me, and I'm like sort of like she's not going with what was supposed to be done. I was like, what the fuck is this lady doing? So then she's like, listen, another word. I said, another word? I'm waiting for your thing to myself. Right. Yeah, you saw. I get back with her. Like, I do have like that.
I thought they was going to throw you and Bagel dude off of that. He was trying to snap on you. I thought you was going to fight him and then fight the judge. I said, he's going to go to jail on this one.
No. Well, do you remember when because I yelled at the guy, I was like, and I should smack you in the face or something to the bagel guy.
Bailiff.
And she left it. She lost. She's like, you say something like that again, your court case is over. And I was like, come on,
he can lose it. He can lose his case.
But the bagel guy case was huge because Stern bought onto it. Then he started running the clips like it's all over the internet how we did this, and it was crazy, man. But I won it. But I didn't win what I wanted, but at least I got to win. I'm 6-0 in court shows, and let's see, who else did we forget? But the Lohan thing was really bizarre though, because this guy, he was the most attention whore you'd ever meet. You know what I mean? Like anything he wanted, the fight, like he loved the boxing. So he went 3-0. He won. He had a draw really with this guy, Rocco from Q102 Radio, cool dude. But then because it was a brawl, then he knocked out Michael, Johnny Fairplay, some reality star that Bonaducci threw over his head. Real crazy guy. And then he fought some guy, Bobby Dolan. So he ended up being like 2-3-0, and we came up with these ideas, and he was all about it. But he thought he was a tough guy. He's not. He's really a punk. Yeah. I got to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Like, but it's weird because I had to start off with all these type people. I had to go all through these trials and tribulations, go on the court shows, stuff like this. It all added to what celebrity boxing is. You know what I mean? Did
Lindsay ever come to her father's fight?
She never did, man. But I used to. We used to talk a little bit. Yeah. Was that?
No, I was saying Lindsay Lohan, in case anybody
Lindsay.
The daughter, his daughter.
I might be able to get her in a fight now. I did try to make a match with her and Paris Hilton a while ago, but that was when they were both trending a little. So a lot of people, they weren't interested in that at the time. But really, the thing with the bagel guy was just bizarre. But it did get a lot of exposure.
What made you?
There's a guy there that really screwed himself up.
I
mean, you gave him an opportunity.
What made you like him? Because I thought he would ride this all the way to the bank.
But look at the opportunity.
If he would have done it the right way, Dykstra wouldn't have pulled out. Dykstra was a little iffy because the reason Lenny pulled out was because he thought it was he would kill it. He would have beat the guy, but but the thing is, Lenny pulled out because he wanted an opportunity to do another fight, which might do some with Lenny down the road. But
Lenny's
the bagel guy is a mess. You know what I mean?
But look at the opportunity he had. They even was it the Night Show on the Tonight Show where they did that whole thing in the
on Jimmy Kimmel.
He blew it. He blew it up.
Hold it. Talk about
how stupid can you be as a person?
The dumbest guy you'll ever meet.
Like he could have actually lost and still won.
Oh yeah.
Because who would have expected him to beat Lenny Dykstra anyway?
And guess what? He would have been more respected because he
fought him.
You know what I mean?
You know how big that would have been for him. With
the dude's known for yelling at a woman or somebody. Yeah. And women disrespect
and then another dude come in and stop and beat the brakes off of him.
But then you gave him the opportunity to be on Howard Stern, and from there with Lenny Dykstra. Nobody ever heard of that guy or even cared about him till.
Who do you think would have won between him and Screech though?
Screech and who?
Screech was the replacement for Screech was the replacement for Dykstra. But
he would have won. He would have knocked out in the first round.
Yeah. You think Screech would have been? I think he had a better shot with Screech than he had
with
Lenny
Screech. You were driving him around.
Yeah, he's crazy.
He liked you. Thanks for giving him a ride though. But Screech,
I should call him.
We should. We'll have him on next week.
Yeah,
we'll have Screech on next week.
That's my man. Is that Supreme? Oh my God.
Yeah. And
you got to come out there in Florida and come holler at me.
Else he wanted to do is go to strip joints, but he's a good guy. We'll expose him next week too. But Screech was funny though, because he did fight before and he has a little skill behind him. But Screech is always good to have with different little things. He's funny. You know
did he fight Horseshack?
Yeah, that was when I
was one of yours.
Doing the Fox thing.
Right.
Well, I was the guy behind that, but Yeah, it's just something though, like because you never in this business you never know who you're going to deal with, right? You never know what's on their mind because in reality, like you said, the bagel guy, that's all he should have thought about was that fight because that was his ticket, no matter what, win, lose or draw,
to get to the next.
They got his name out there, yeah.
That was definitely.
Oh my God, it was stupid on his part.
Ridiculous, but it was like
that was a waste. That was a waste. I mean, you know how hard it is to get that type of notoriety in the first place.
Oh man!
And then finally get it for nothing, for no talent at all. Not rapping, not singing, not dancing,
nothing.
Well, how about the best is he was trying to be a comedian, dude.
And that was
who the fuck is gonna watch you?
Yo,
comedian?
if he was funny, it was
the idiots that had him. They said that. Listen, the idiots that had him was like, oh well, we're getting a lot of offers for other things. Being a comedy, I was like, you fucking morons. No one's coming to see this guy.
And he bombed.
They want to see this guy's ass get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they'll come to see the fight, and you want him to get knocked out because guess what? Then everybody's going to feel bad for him, and he's going to get a second chance.
Then he could be like, you know what I mean? A reality TV star forever.
He would have been able to get because of all the stupid shit. He lost his opportunity to be in guest appearance on reality shows, stuff like that. Like, even like one thing, like. Dude, he would have been great. Him and Bonaducci are always sort of the same.
Up until the point where he met you, his biggest thing was screaming at somebody in a bagel shop. That was it.
Like, can you imagine that? Yeah. I scream because women disrespect you.
Is that get a date?
Is that all the fuck you're ever going to be able to say? I just don't like. That's your claim to fame. You scream, but you lost maybe a $30,000 payday.
Yeah, he lost
by fighting on fucking pay-per-view. If you just would have listened.
Yeah.
Right.
You fucking moron. He milked it out to the end like he was beating me. Dude, you fucking lost at the end.
And then he showed up at court like he had a shot of beating you.
So
because he was playing with the sympathy of because something they couldn't prove from you because you didn't have the proof of it.
I forgot I didn't bring all the paperwork.
And
that
he
was my
thought
mistake.
that he was going to slide into the victory with that.
I know.
Well, for some reason they just didn't believe him.
Well, then,
because he did.
Well, his other claim to fame was two morons put a little document that jury together. They didn't even know how to promote it.
Right.
Guy thinks he's all that. Fucking disgrace, this TV guy. But yeah, man, it's bizarre dealing with some of these people because listen, you've been through it with me, dude.
Right.
You actually travel with me, Ray. You live it with me. You understand, dude. This is nonstop, dude. I work my ass off to make this shit happen.
But do you fear? Easy. Like your dream fights that you put together, these are the fights that you think of, and you have them planned. Do you have in the back of your mind, like, I know this guy's not going to show up? Like you think it's already going to go straight to the bank?
I always think, supposed to. You're always walking on glass till someone gets off that plane. Right. But no matter where it is, you're always thinking about how it will work. But
because they always pull out at the last.
You just never know.
They pull out at the hotel in the bathroom. I ain't fighting tonight.
Well, a lot of morons. But I'll tell you guys, listen, enough with this. I hope you enjoyed tonight's show. We talked all about the court cases, my fucking craziness, and there's more and more to come. Probably going to be seen on TV soon. I'm real excited because we signed Buster Douglas. More news coming. He's going to be the referee for Joe Giudice's fight for Zohani Noah, plus Iggy Rodriguez from Bachelor. But really excited because next week we're going to talk about from my day one with Howard Stern to my final, not my final appearance, but most recent appearance on Howard Stern. Thanks for tuning in to Celebrity Boxing Uncut. We'll see you next week.